who would you when you say a world class midfielder? Would I know? So you've got Fernandez. Obviously, he's your more free, creative playmaker coming in behind Cavani. Would you want like a world class sitting midfielder, like a world class box to box midfielder? What type would you be looking for to
Yeah,
come in, or have you not got a?
no, I'd 100% be looking for. You mentioned Kante there, setting off Pogba. When you've got somebody like Kante, or even I think Matic is a couple of years past his best. When he was the unsung hero at Chelsea probably 3 or 4 years ago, sitting midfielder. You had him. Kante wasn't even there then, so because he was at Leicester, but he was the sitting mid. And then any of your other midfielders, then if you've got the confidence to go forward. So for United to have, as I said, Matt, the problem is you need somebody who's when you've got Pogba in your team, and you know that a perfect example would be, I think it was against Liverpool the last time they played them. I watched the game, and in the space of 3 minutes, he gave the ball away 5 times. And when that's going to happen, you need your other centre mid to be behind to pick up the pieces. He makes some silly, he'll do a step over, go in the opposite direction, and it's so obvious because the guy's like 6'3" and he's gangly. You know what he's going to do, and he was giving the ball away. Trying to do a Hollywood pass, giving the ball away. So to be successful, you need to have, like he is in France, somebody like Kante who can run for 90 minutes. He's just a workhorse. Matic isn't a workhorse. He's 6'1", 6'2". He'll sit back. But if he's sitting back and Pogba loses the ball 25 yards in front of him, then the other team have got the ball and they can spray it around you. You need to be, I presume that Kante stays pretty close to Pogba. So if the ball is away, he's a ball winner. He's there to win the ball and then let the creative players do the rest. So I don't know, maybe I know they were linked with Cruz a couple of years ago, Tony Cruz. He would do well in the Premier League. He's not, but the only trouble is he's not so much a ball winner. Whether you'd have somebody like him and Fernandez with McTominay sitting behind him, because McTominay's got a good engine. He'd need to probably curb his late runs into the box. He'd need to stay behind in the triangle. But Messi's probably going to go to City or stay with Barcelona. I can't see anybody in the Premier League coming to United who I fancy as a replacement. If I did a bit of research into it, there's going to be 2 or 3 names that would pop up. Maybe an Italian sitting midfielder who is more defence minded to leave, because Fred, to be fair, Fred's improved a lot. Doesn't give the ball away so much. Very good ball winner. So maybe he'll come into his own a bit in the next year. Obviously, all I see is these people, week in, week out. Whether Van der Beek will be there next season and we'll see more of him, because he could be a good foil for Fernandez. It's hard to say, but it's very good that they've got Cavani for another year, so they don't need to worry about their strike force. If they are keeping Martial and Rashford, they're going to learn a lot from him over the pre-season. It's encouraging, but 100% they need a centre back. That's what they need to be looking at. Because I think Lindelof, when he came, he was a right back.
Moved him in.
He's moved him in, and that was more over desperation rather than it was necessity. Shaw was out for a long time, so they've had to move people about. Wan-Bissaka, for me, is not a great defender, but he's good going forward. As I've mentioned before, Telles looked good until he got injured. So there's a good squad building there, but that extra 1 or 2 will make a difference.